Okay, so it's been a while. Um, but last time we saw that Gadol own Omen more than a Mavarech because the Mavarech is limited. Uh, the Omen is more expansive, um, and
Mhm.
he is over the specific Pesach, but the Omen has transcended that, and it's like kind of like a he knows his awareness of Hashem or his relationship with Hashem is more enveloping than somebody who has taken a narrow viewpoint and made a bracha. Vonosi pure bez Hashem is barbina tachlis avoda shalom mus malusa mischayim b'seichel. Iav shar shetekin leman covered rotzon adon yisbarach shmo. The Okay, now I'm not sure what he's saying here. Shromos Malasa, the loftiness of its Mila Mischaye Besechel. That's probably supposed to be Mechayev. It's logically demands She'iev Shashatekim Laman covered with this point. That line could go two ways. I know which way it's going. It could mean that it's not possible that that's what it's limited to, or it's not, or it is only limited to that. The dictuk, the grammar of that sentence can go either way, diametrically opposed meanings. So let's see. Okay, so it's clearly going with the second idea that it can only be for covered rotzon adonis baruch shmo. And if you find another purpose, that is a tremendous concern in your shleimus, not just of your avodah, but of your seichel and yosher, of your logic and your justice. Hulania kodabar. Which I guess seichel and yosher is defined as putting everything in its place as it truly should be. שיונח בשכל תכליס שהוא תופל ובוטל נגד התכליס עיקרי וגדול. It's not logical to assume that there's some minor purpose which is insignificant vis-a-vis the major purpose. I know, why not? Even though that secondary or subordinate or inferior purpose also has some mileage nameless. Nevertheless, relative value. Aleph Kesef is Erchat Medina. The sister gave Moshe that $1,000 is not nowhere near the value of saving a country. This only our finding meaning secondary to the main meaning is a result of our being limited. And there's a limit to the how much wisdom, midos, and inclinations can enter us. When the soul is full of something, and it necessarily inclines up towards that. Okay, you say a secondary tachlis is not. It's not logical because any secondary tachlis takes away from the major tachlis by definition. Even if the major tachlis is major tachlis, secondary tachlis is secondary tachlis, but still, it directs you in a different direction, right? So that would be if you have a major purpose, the minor purpose is can't be an additional purpose. I'm not sure I agree with that, but that's what he's saying.
I think you may be talking like empirically. In other words, obviously a person's mind can contain several different purposes for something that he's doing, but empirically, if we look at each one will have some sort of chisaron because there is a second one.
Right.
You
Yes.
understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that, but
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. In the end, he'll probably come up with a way of reconciling everything together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, loitachin klaus sheyeh adam notel inyan shleimus shel hatova shel makabel. It's not possible that a person should be noteh, inclined towards shleimus of the good he's receiving. In other words, I guess you can't. I guess it's the idea of being oibes rabbanas kabel pras. In other words, if you're looking to serve Hashem for a secondary reason, that you're going to get this, you're going to get some good out of it. So then it's not good. It's going to lack that inyan of shleimus is going to detract from the main inyan of shleimus. Came shederach shleimus balikos hachachma torenu, because the derech shleimus in the pathways of wisdom will indicate us shechison gadol hu larich eze tova magia l'shum nimtza. It's a tremendous shortcoming to value any good which comes to any creature, any existence. Neged golo tova chashiva shemili ratzon adam ba'yis baruch shmo. So the great the Tova chashiva shemili ratzon adam ba'yis baruch shmo makes anything else pale by comparison and insignificant. V'chein she'ein marchelu avenu v'chol chachmas nafshenu v'adai einam maspikim. But since we are so imperfect, we don't have any chachma, leiv or chachma to really devote ourselves fully to avodas Hashem. Besides God love because of his godless and his honor and his holy ratzon. Oh, so he's saying, if a great period, if we were malachim, even then, we couldn't afford to actually have a secondary purpose. Certainly, if we're human beings in all our chesroinus, there's no way we can afford to have a secondary purpose because we're limited capacity. Because this will detract from true life. Hashlemus amitim, true shlemus. Shemisrakim aidei mataros klei hasech mitiras klei hasech, which come distance through distractions of seichel rotzah. And with tzad emes, but in truth, kol davar shleimus eino. I would say kol davar shleimus eino neva be'ercho imtziu. So, okay, so now he's turning the table, saying, "Don't worry, I have you covered, because mitzad emes, all types of shleimus don't lose their value." Even if they are placed relative a loftier shleimus. Okay, so this is the all's well that ends well section, right? If in Cain Eitza Beres Bashmoshu Niska Mrom Konditia Chasashol, so it's like Kosh Baruch Hu is above and beyond any inclination. V'adai imko go to ta'atachlis me'etzma bria v'amitzir shvarlich voido. And this is certainly true with all the great, with the purpose of the awesome bria and the mitzias. The kavana is interesting because it's like a paradox. Kavana is misyachet al kol davar, right? The kavana is one on everything, so it means unifies everything. Kol davar shlemus utov. And since good which we receive is also on some level shleimus utov, especially in our day and age when people's minds are not complete. And most people don't have true, and for anybody, true recognition and perfect cognition. They reckon what's good as what's good for them. the kavana to be mative to them is shleim tachlis. Not sure that we should be mative them is shleim tachlis. There's a higher shleimus. The value of the submission to the entity which does good to us, based on his intent to do good to us. That's partial. The more a person has in mind to be mative to his, others, the shleimus is greater. And that's why we subordinate ourselves to the true shalem, which is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So a person, that's interesting. A person can do things for their own benefit in order to feel HaKadosh Baruch Hu benefiting them, in order to be impressed, so to speak, by HaKadosh Baruch Hu's hatava. Which is really, I think, probably the only way you can justify asking Hashem for $1 million, right? To ask Hashem $1 million and say, I need $1 million so I can appreciate your hatava. Right?
So I'm going to make Hashem feel guilty.
Yeah. I need it for my avodas Hashem, so I can be.
Yes, I need it so I can recognize you.
Yes. Okay, so in Kain Lama, the Bible should be tzarech yisoron. Yisoron adas ein margishim inyan zos hakniya l'meitiv. We don't feel that. Most of us don't ask $1 million because we need to be makir that tava. Nevertheless, that is at its root. So we certainly have to submit ourselves in all matters. And this is the absolute truth. Even at the lowest level, that since it's good for us. Okay, I think we'll stop here for tonight because this paragraph goes on way into the Siman next page. Okay.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, it's cute. It's cute, creative. It's definitely creative.
Yeah, I have to start from the beginning and see if I can pin all this down.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Have a good
next week, Tuesday, right?
Yes, sure. Yeah.
Okay, great. Take care. Have a good week.